Pardon the interruption, Christian Academy, but this is Read Prompter with breaking news in the world of science on this snowy, icy day. And to our man in the lab, Will Hoard or not, we go right now, and I again am your host, Read Prompter.
Hello? Ja? Und ist das Ding an? Ja? Hello? This is your friend, Wilhold Arnott, on this very stormy, freezing cold day with ice and freezing rain. I have just come out from outside of, where I had to put down some of the salt, yeah, and all over the walkway and the driveway. So I will clear it off so it will be nice and safe for everyone to walk and drive. Maybe Mr. Avon, Amazon man, will need to bring me some more chemicals and things for my experiments. So this makes Wilhold Arnott wonder, how does the salt melt away the ice? I don't know. This makes me wonder. It makes me ponder. And then I thought to myself, maybe I will see if the ideanator will know. Oh, he has an idea. Let's see what it says. It has a readout here which says, maybe you will do an experiment. Yes, we will do an experiment. And we will find out what is going on when we put the ice on the salt on the ice, and then why does it melt? We will find this out, yeah? Okay, well, hold on a minute. I will get all the materials ready for the experiment. Yeah, okay, so here I have two different blocks of ice. They are nearly identical, so we have what we will call the experiment and the control. And the control, we will not put the salt, and the experiment, we will put the salt. And this will tell us we'll see what is happening when the salt is on the block or when this one block has no salt. So we will put green food color on the block that has no salt. This is the control, yeah? And we put blue on the experiment, and we will see, is there any difference? So we put the food color so that we can actually see the melting ice. So when it turns to water, it will go down to the bottom, and it will be on the plate, yeah? And we will watch over this to see what happens. This is rather boring, yeah? And why don't we speed it up a little and we will see what happens. So maybe you wonder, what is going on here? Well, all of the things in the world are made up of atoms, and the atoms come together, they make molecules, and the whole world is made up of these atoms and molecules like Lego blocks. They all fit together to make lots of different things. So the water molecule H2O, maybe you notice, yeah? As it gets colder and colder, it compresses. And as it compresses, it makes like a very strong brick block. You can see it here. And so as the water gets colder and colder, it turns into ice, and then it becomes very hard, almost like a rock. But when you melt in the ice, many people, they think that when you put the salt on there, it melts the ice, like somehow it adds heat, but it is not heat. What happens is the salt atoms, the salt molecules, they get in between the water molecules and they separate them. and they spread them out so that they can no longer lock into each other like a brick. And so they are slushy. They have spread out the molecules so they are no longer like a block. And so this is what happens when you put salt on the ice. The salt acts as an agent to break up, to disrupt the brick so that the ice becomes soft again. It becomes water. But if the temperature goes below 17 degrees, and then the water molecules squeeze together again, they throw out the salt, and now we are back to ice. But this is what is happening when you put the salt on the ice. Yeah? Okay. But in the Bible, there are several stories that involve salt. Maybe you can find some. I will challenge you to find passages in the Bible that talk about salt. And in particular, there's one passage where Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." And then he says something else very interesting. So I will challenge you to find out in the Bible passages about salt. And you will send them to my friend, Dr. Shell. Email him. I'll ask your teacher to help you. Maybe you, as a class, you can collect them. Send them to Dr. Shell, and he will pass them on to me so I will learn about salt. So, all right, stay nice and safe. I hope the power stays on, because what good is a lab with no power? And I will throw out some more salt, and hopefully everybody will stay safe. All right, this is Wilhold Ornath coming to you from Koinonia Lab, where we continue to search for the tie that binds. Jawohl. Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, thank you, Professor Wilhold Ornath, for that very nice explanation of what is going on with salt and ice. Well, hopefully everybody stays safe. Hope the power stays on so you can continue to watch breaking news with me, your anchorman, Reed Prompter.